I would like to read you a quote that Elon Musk, the billionaire who founded such companies as Tesla Motors, PayPal, as well as SpaceX, stated. I think that it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you can be doing it better. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly thinking about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. With that stated, once you have defined what your definite chief aim is or your highest goal, once you have outlined a broad series of steps in the form of a game plan that will lead you to achieve your definite chief aim, once you begin to take actions on that game plan with the intentions and with the objective of reaching your goal, the next logical step in the process is the review. That is the process where you are gauging how well you are doing. Now, in this episode, I want to begin the process of discussing the review. I'm going to do three things. I'm going to define what the review process is. I'm going to, two, highlight some of the key benefits of why the review process is a crucial part of that process. And three, I'm going to outline a simple yet practical process that you can take in order to conduct your own review. Many disciplines, whether it is management, marketing, sales, operation, use the review in one phase or another in their feedback processes. Whether we call it a gap analysis, whether we refer to as it as a needs assessment or situation analysis, whatever term we give it, it is a crucial yet unfortunately often overlooked component of the process of achieving your goal. Essentially, the review is a process where you are comparing the actual performance versus the desired performance so that you can determine what's working, what's not working, so that you can take immediate actions to continue doing what's working, stop doing what's not working, so that you can essentially learn from what's working, so that you can codify it, so that you can begin to do it faster, more efficiently, and better. So that you can learn what you've done wrong, so that you can eliminate that, but also not repeat the mistake again. The ultimate goal of the review process is to ensure that you are steadily moving closer and closer to the realization of your goal. Because if not, if you have deviated from your course, then you're going to want to know that immediately so you can make a course correction. If you're using a resource that's no longer beneficial, you stop using it. If you're using a method that is no longer effective, you simply stop using it. The ultimate objective of this review process is to ensure that you are doing the things necessary that's moving you closer and closer to your goal, and that you're eliminating those actions that's taking you further away from your goal. Because everything that we do, from defining a goal, to outlining a game plan, to taking the action steps, as well as reviewing the overall process to make sure that everything is in line with our goal, is done for one objective and one objective only. That is to support the realization, the attainment of your heart's desire, of that highest goal of your definite chief aim. Now, for you to conduct this review properly in your own life, I'm going to recommend a broad series of simple yet practical steps that you can take today to begin to conduct this review in your own life. And this is a process that had been used by winners probably since the beginning of time. And the process is as follows. At the end of the day, I want you to take a look at what you've accomplished that day. And I want for you to ask yourself the four following questions. 1, what did I do today that advanced me closer to my goal? 2, what did I do today that took me further away from my goal? 3, what did I do today that I'm proud of? And 4, what did I do today that I could have done better, yet I will do better tomorrow? These are the 4 broad questions that you should be asking yourself at the end of your day to determine whether or not if the plan that you put in action is actually advancing you to your goal. Now, you should also do this on a weekly basis, which leads you to have a week-end review, also on a monthly basis, as well as a yearly basis. But kind of understand that the goal of this review is to provide you with that raw intelligence that you can begin to use immediately to determine whether or not if your plan is in line with helping you achieve your goals. If the action steps that you're taking are in alignment with that goal, are in alignment with that plan that's going to lead you to your goal. And if it's not, you modify the plan, you modify the actions so that all of this in and of itself help you get to the single most important thing that you're after, which is the attainment of your definite chief aim. In the last episode, I emphasized the point that nothing significantly happens until we begin to take action. Because we cannot sit back and wait for the perfect time. We cannot sit and wait for the perfect plan. We cannot sit and wait for the perfect situation. Because according to Napoleon Hill, there is no perfect plan. There is no perfect time, and there is no perfect situation. But what we must do is, once we've identified that broad series of steps that we need to take, we need to be able to act upon those steps now. Now, of course, there will be times when the actions that we're doing will be right on the mark and they will not be on the mark. We will have some successes, we will have some failures. We want to be able to take that information that we get from our review, modify our game plan, modify our actions so that we are accomplishing the single thing that we are set out to do. That is to reach our definite chief aim.